intensity. They enjoyed whenever they want it, they can come get it from you. But whenever they don't feel like being intense, they can shame you for being intense. And it's like, that's not the way that it works here. It's like, I am an intense person, but I will choose when and where I want to show off that intensity. Because I don't know about some of you guys, sometimes I'll get people who like, they'll say something and I'll just be kind of like, oh, cool. And this person's been rude to me the last 3 times I've seen them, you know? And then they're like, is that all you're going to say? And it's just kind of like, yeah. So it's like they're upset for that. But the last time I saw them, whenever I responded to something, they were like, wow, why do you always have to be so negative? Why do you have to make everything a big deal? Is everything a joke to you? You know, like they like treated me poorly. But then the next time they're around me, they want me to do the same thing that I did last time so that they can have the power to shame me in this new situation, right? So whenever you take away the intensity from the whole situation, you're no longer intense with this person anymore. They no longer have power over you. And catch how quickly they feel uncomfortable around you. You're not being intense anymore like they've complained about, but now that they aren't controlling your reactions, they feel uncomfortable because they don't have the power of the situation. So as a Scorpio, it's important to hone in on who finds your relationship mutually beneficial and who you find the relationship with them mutually beneficial versus somebody who is trying to manipulate you into having reactions so that they can kind of like soak up your energy in some way, whether that energy is positive or negative. Okay. It's a big part of like our kind of like purpose with Scorpio. That's why a lot of Scorpios too, they're drawn to toxic relationships a lot, is because like somebody will come in, you'll do nice things for them because Scorpios can be very sweet for the people they love. And then eventually they turn around and they start treating you poorly. And then you have this big reaction to it because Scorpios do not like looking stupid or whatever. So you'll have this big reaction to it. And there's also Mars here too, like the fighting, the conflict. And then they get to go around and tell everybody that like you were crazy. So it's like, just remove the intensity. Remove the intensity from this person. They do not deserve your intensity. Because Scorpios can go very deep whenever it comes to darkness. They can go so deep whenever it comes to analyzing emotions, talking about the tragic things a lot of people don't want to talk about. That's why people love opening up to Scorpios, because we're not going to be the type to shame somebody for opening up to us. But that does not mean that they will return that later when they don't feel like being open, okay? So just something to think about. I feel like a lot of you guys probably are Scorpio people, so this can also apply to a lot of water signs and fire signs, because fire signs are also pretty emotional. So yeah, just something to think about. We also have fire here as well. So okay, we have curiosity. So I feel like you might be wondering, and maybe this whole rant I went on probably helped a little bit, because I think that you might be wondering about like where exactly the darkness and the conflict and the action like all take place together. Like maybe you're a little curious about like what fuels me to take action. How come in these situations I feel this way and I want to respond in this way that's like totally erratic? Like where does that come from? And it comes from that like not really understanding yourself and allowing people to kind of like pull the little puppet strings on you, you know? And so it's important for you to kind of like find that clarity within yourself and the self-confidence to choose when you want to engage and when you don't, and don't allow people to kind of like trigger you into interacting with them. It's your choice on if you want to interact with this person or not. Doesn't matter what they say, you know? They could say the meanest thing ever and it's still your choice to interact with them or not. You know, they could say the one thing that they know you're insecure about. And then it becomes your choice of what do I do in this situation? And a lot of times the best choice is to walk away, is to let it go. Say your final goodbye, but don't go off, you know? Because then that still gives them the power after the relationship is over to claim that you were crazy, claim that you were unstable, because they got this big reaction from you, even if it was the last time they talked to you. So reflect on your actions and remind yourself of who you truly are. You know, remind yourself of yourself, you know? And that warning, I think, is coming from that. I feel like you're having to let go of maybe some relationships in your life where people are emotionally draining on you, and there might be some gaslighting and some confusion with these people, because it's kind of like You don't really know what they want. Like sometimes they want to gossip and talk a bunch of crap together, but then other times they want to shame you and make you feel bad and make you feel like you're the negative one. So just kind of like address what's real. Okay. I have 4 of Swords reversed. Okay, so this tells me that you've been taking some time to rest, but you're kind of tired of resting, which I think is where that inspiration is coming from. You want to like start something new. So do take that time to, you know, reflect, but maybe don't dwell. Okay? It's kind of what I'm getting from that. Because 4 of Swords regular means to take the time to reflect and overthink things or think over things. But it reverse tells me that you're kind of tired of being in that mindset. I have 2 of Cups. So this is a soulmate connection here. So that's good. But it is over here with the loss though. So that makes me think that maybe you did lose somebody who was a soulmate to you or felt like a soulmate connection. I don't have anything here about it being, I don't have anything here about it being a karmic connection. I just have soulmate. So maybe it just wasn't the right time for you guys. Maybe, you know, that person passed. I'm sorry, you know, with whatever happened, but there's something here with that soulmate connection. Or actually I'm getting another, that could be for some of you, but for some other people, I'm getting this idea too that, this could have to do with if you allow yourself to kind of like go through this transformational space of like being your true self and, allowing yourself to move on from like who people have like made you believe that you are versus like who you truly are. Once you've like moved on from those things, I feel like you will be able to meet your soulmate, if that makes sense. And then I also have the Empress reverse. So this tells me too that you've been spending too much time thinking about other people. So it's important for you to kind of like start thinking about more about yourself and reflect. That keeps on, you know, every time I look down, it like catches my eye. But reflect on how much time you spend caring for others versus how much time you spend caring for yourself. And that's not to mean that you just bail on people or treat people like crap now because you're like, I'm doing me. It's more of this idea of, figuring out where exactly you stand with other people. And like, what is the equal exchange of this relationship with these other people? Do you feel that the exchange is equal, or do you feel like you're the one always helping them and the way they treat you is kind of like wishy-washy? It just depends on how they feel, you know? That'll be important for you to analyze. So sharpen your focus on what your personal journey is, okay? I feel like you want to take action with your journey and you want to like move forward, but I feel like a lot of people or maybe situations that happened are holding you back. And maybe meeting a new soulmate will be a part of that new journey, you know? Like as you go through all of these things, then you'll meet someone. This could be a friend or a romantic relationship, but somebody who really understands you at a deep level and somebody who will play a significant role in your life in a positive way. Okay. That is my reading for group number 3. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.